Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about Haason Reddick and his return. He is gearing up to play tomorrow against the Arizona Cardinals, and the Buccaneers defense has severely missed his presence. I think he is going to provide such a boost, and that's what we're going to go over in today's video is just what type of impact he can bring. You see him here again on a third down, ends up getting the critical sack and making the play. But just his pass rush ability, the attention that he draws, the also allowing others to get less attention, it frees up for other players like Yaya Diaby, Vita Vea, etc. Haason Reddick is just such a key piece in how they operate and being able to utilize him in different ways, whether it's, inside stunts, as we're going to see here. Again, swinging him around, using that athleticism to generate pressure. That's something he can bring to this defense. And what he does, I think, so well is just attacking the outside edge and attacking that corner of the pocket where you really put pressure on the quarterback. And even though he misses a sack here, but just his ability to really force that quarterback either to step to the left towards Yaya Diaby or even step up into more pressure, just what he can bring on his own. And you can see like all the attention that he brings on his own accord. And we'll just let it play here again. His ability to attack that outside edge, forcing the quarterback to step up into the middle pressure, and it creates a sack for Levante David and others. He's just so vital and a huge piece for this defense that has been missing him severely since he went out. And again, you see him right here getting pressure from that outside. Again, middle pressure coming from Antoine Winfield, almost an interception because of it. He can just do so much and help this defense out, even here as rotating as a linebacker. And that's where his biggest, I think, pieces that have been missing is his ability to move him around and use him as a linebacker or an edge rusher, and also his ability to cover in the flats and just create more athleticism, speed on the field. That's a huge loss. Again, just allowing him to generate pressure from his ability to get upfield and be a threat at all times. And even here, like attacking the outside shoulder of Lane Johnson, forcing that quarterback to step up. And just by keeping guys in the pocket more, that allows penetration from the defensive tackles and others to get pressure. Now, here again, you allow a big play because the guy's wide open. But at the same time, it's just the things that he can bring to this defense because of his threat. And now having the ability to, move inside on a stunt game with Vita Vea, being able to force the quarterback outside and move him off his spot. And that is something that you want to do as a defense, especially when rushing four. And that will help out your back end, the linebackers, everyone else in coverage. And again, it just creates a opportunity to get more negative plays because of what he can do. And like even here, being utilized as a QB spy, spying Jalen Hurts, it allows the other pass rushers to again continue to work. And Vita Vea is just going to continue on and end up getting a sack here because you're creating pause from the quarterback because he can't escape because Haason Reddick is right there. Good coverage on the outside, and you end up getting a sack. So again, just different things that he can do. Speed up the quarterback. Again, good interior pressure here by Logan Hall. Almost gets a sack. And then Reddick's ability to close the gap on quarterbacks is so huge. Like him chasing down Sam Darnold, forcing Darnold to throw it in tight coverage. Again, almost create an interception or a negative play at least. And then same thing here, utilize as a QB spy, just knowing he's not going to get in there at this time, but you can see the closing speed that he generates and his ability to close down the area, even though this ball is going to be complete again in minimal play because of that pressure. And that's what you're looking for. Like even here, he creates the opportunity for Yaya Diaby because he's not getting as much attention. You see how much attention Reddick gets. He gets chipped by the tight end here, gets picked up by the running back, gets chipped. Probably should have made the sack. Again, he's probably leaving his feet a little bit too early there. Probably wanted to see him stay up and finish this play. And unfortunately, it ends up going for 6 and a touchdown. So that's what you got to do. You just got to continue on and utilize him, and just what he can do for the defense, I think helps it out so much. And again, unprotected pressure here, gets pressure, forces his ball earlier than it wants to be, ends up being an interception by Vildor. Probably should have been a pick six, but can't pick himself up. As we continue on, again, just seeing how he moves the quarterback off his spot, again, attacking that outside shoulder, forcing that quarterback to step up. It ends up being an incomplete pass, but you can just see his presence alone and what he can create. He forces that quarterback to move. And when quarterbacks have to move, again, the accuracy and other things come undone and not as accurate as they should be, or the timing gets, displaced. That's a huge part of defensive football in today's game. And then when he's got ability to roam ahead and use his speed, again, showing power, and then he's able to finish and get a half a sack here because he's able to condense the pocket as well. And then when you think you're going to see power, he uses speed and quickness to the edge, attacks the quarterback, gets a QB hit. Yaya cleans it up. He's just very good in that way. And then here against Detroit, again, coming off the outside, and you can see how he forces Goff to get this away earlier than he wanted to. And again, the timing is off just because of that condensed pocket and pressure that he is pushing and putting on Goff. And the throw is just off for Amon St. Brown, ends up being incomplete. And then here, his ability to generate pressure, again, pushing back into the pocket, allows Yaya Diaby to get this turnover play. And that's huge. Look at that, because he had to move off his spot there, and that creates disruption of the play, and then ultimately a sack, fumble, and turnover for the Buccaneers. Again, Haason Reddick coming back tomorrow for this Bucs defense, I think, is going to be a huge part in the unit overall improving, and hopefully we see more plays from Haason Reddick and the ability of the four-man pass rush to start going again, and hopefully that will help out the defense raise its level of play, and we see better complementary football across the board. But can't be stated enough that Haason Reddick is a huge piece brought in here by the Buccaneers to help them with this pass rush, and getting him back, I think, is going to be just paramount for this team going forward. And hopefully he can have a huge game tomorrow, and we see that impact come full circle. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. And with that said, until the next one.